Hello, how's everybody doing today? This is Cat Fan Comics Man, and I first want to apologize for being absent for so long. I'm sorry, I've had a lot of things going on here lately. I do apologize so much. Um, Between my dad and then my sister, and then where I'm living. Um, I'll get to that at the end of the video, but first I want to go ahead and get started with a recent win that I received. So I'm going to do an unboxing, and this is a special win. It's actually from last month. I just haven't had a chance to make a video yet or show off what I got. And Gempire Collectibles on Instagram did his 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And in that, I won. I was shocked. I got a message and I was just so surprised. I couldn't believe that I actually won. But it's right here. I'll show you the back of the box so I don't give away. I don't dox them, as they say. But I was really happy to win this because it's also from one of my favorite, 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 favorite superheroes. And, oops, forgot to. Okay, now, woo, I'm so excited about this. This is awesome. First off, I want to give a special thank you and shout out to Gempire Collectibles on Instagram on his 1,000 subscriber giveaway because I'm telling you, this is awesome. I mean, really awesome. I'm so shocked I won. I told him that I would do a video, and I am doing a video. It's just, it took me a little bit longer than I planned on, and I apologize for that. I won 4 weeks ago, and I received it about 2.5 weeks ago. So it took me a little bit to get to, but I finally did it. And it is the Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 7 from last year. It's signed by Miko Suyon in a 9.8 CGC slab. Hope you can see that good. Now, this is the Virgin sketch variant, black and white sketch variant. It's from the New York Comic Con exclusive limited edition to 500 copies. There we go. You can see his name up there at the top, Miko Suyon. I love this cover. It completely says CGC Signature Series Ultimate Spider-Man number 7, Marvel Comics 9/24, signed by Miko Suyon on 10/19/24. Suyon sketch cover. On the back at the bottom, it says convention exclusive. And it's from the New York Comic Con. I love this thing. This thing is gorgeous. Oh, beautiful. There will be a link in the description below to go to his page on Instagram, and it doesn't cost anything to just hit follow. It's free, and he's well worth it. Now, I also am behind on showing some comics I picked up at that flea market I was talking about a long time ago in a galaxy far away. And I'll go ahead and show those that I picked up. First, we have West Coast Avengers Annual, issue number 1. Then we have Marvel Tales, starring Spider-Man from 1979. A 39 center. And this is actually, I guess it would be it's not a facsimile, but it's a reprint of the first appearance of Manwolf and his origin, which I think originally came out in like 73 or something like that. Okay, then we have Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing and Iceman, issue number 76, starring the Circus of Crime. These first few you'll recognize because I've recently done them in my daily comic and collectible before I went on a hiatus, which will also be discussed after this. Then we have Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing and Ant-Man, issue number 87. Then we have Web of Spider-Man. Then we have Web of Spider-Man, issue number 83. And here is Marvel Fanfare, issue number 4 from 96. The Return of the Interplanetary Adventurer Longshot. Then here's Web of Spider-Man number 89, featuring the new Kingpin and the new Blood Rose. Then we have Web of Spider-Man number 84, The Name of the Rose, part 1 of 6. I covered some of this story. I think 2, 3, and 6, or 5 and 6. I can't remember. Here's Web of Spider-Man, issue number 40, part 1 of the Cult of Love. I've also got part 6, I think, with Mary Jane on the cover. And then here's Web of Spider-Man, issue number 43. Here is... Oh, here's the conclusion of the Cult of Love. I did have it. I knew I had it. I picked it up the same time as I picked up the first part. So I have the opening and the closing and part 4 with Mary Jane on the cover. And then here's Maximum Clonage, part 5 of 6 of the Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 227. And this is the Death of Kane. And that's a figure I recently picked up, so gotta show that off. Here's Web of Spider-Man, Time Bomb, part of the Time Bomb story arc, guest starring the New Warriors, issue number 129. I picked up quite a few at that little flea market. I picked up all the Spider-Man they had and the Marvel 2-in-1s, but there's still some more of other things I want. Here's the Spectacular Spider-Man is Dying, issue number 219. Here is the Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 226, The Trial of Peter Parker, part 4 of 4. At last, the one true Spider-Man is revealed. Damn that jackal. Tricking them into thinking they weren't who they thought they were. Here is the Web of Spider-Man, issue number 98. My Enemy's Enemy. Told you I had a lot to pick up. Here's guest starring Sandman and Quicksand in the Web of Spider-Man, issue number 108. Spidey versus Sandstorm. The battle rages on. That's cool. That's a cool cover. I like that. And here is Spirits of Venom Part 3 in Web of Spider-Man, issue number 96. And this guest stars Ghost Rider, John Blaze, and Venom. And then, finally, last, but certainly not least, Here's the Web of Spider-Man Annual Part 3. 64 pages of goodness from 1990. Make way for Psycho Man. He's got the whole world in his hands. And I had a chance to pick up Psycho Man, and I didn't, and I regret it now. Well, those were my pickups. And then, of course, there was my signed slab I won from Gempire Collectibles on Instagram for his recent 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Don't forget, click that link in the description. And before I go, I do want to let you know I planned on coming back Monday with my regular comic and collectible, but it would be wrong of me to do so right now just because I'm having an issue knowing if I'm doing, I don't want to start the show and then have to stop it again because I'm on the verge of finding out what's going on with my living arrangements. I own the home I'm in, but I don't own the land it's on, and the people who own the land sold it. And we haven't been told what's going on. I should have known by now what was going to happen because it was sold like 3 weeks ago. And they've left us in the dark. So that's not good. And that kind of scares me. So I'm waiting to find out what's going to happen to me. Because if I have to move, it would be wrong of me to start the show and then have to stop it in a week, just after I find out that I have to stop it anyway because I have to pack. And I hope that doesn't happen because I've got nowhere to go. Wasn't planning on having to move again for a long, long time because I own this place. So but that's the problem when you live in a mobile home in a trailer park. Even though there's only 5 trailers in this huge park, we all have nice sized yards and everything, and overlooking the lake. But I should have known it wouldn't last forever. But I am going to continue though making these unboxing videos, recent wins and pickups. In fact, I recently picked up a storm statue not too long ago. That was the most recent pickup. I showed off both of my Spider-Man statues. I have a few other things that I picked up too, and some Legos I finally put together out of the box. And I still got to show you my new setup in the room before I might have to take it down. I'm not sure yet. Oh, this is just rough. But I'm going to continue my presence on YouTube. It's just for the short term, I need to wait because I don't want to start the shows and then have to stop them suddenly and start packing. Um, it would be wrong of me to do that to you guys, and it would also really cluster my life a lot right now, getting back into the shows and then having to stop suddenly and pack. And then with my sister and her prognosis, and then my dad and his prognosis, and me and my issues, there's just a lot going on right now. And anyway, I want to thank y'all for watching. I will be releasing a video here before long of a few recent pickups, and then I have two packages coming in. Um, One is a prize tag. Yeah, I think one is a prize tag and one's a win, or they're both prize tags. I'm not sure, but I have two more packages coming in this week, so excited about that. Um, So I hope to see you soon, and I will also be at my usual locations at Trev's show on Wednesdays watching that. And then of course I'll be watching Brian LCS and everybody else that's online. I'll be in the crowds. Saying hi to everyone as usual, and only Slabs, of course. Can't miss that show on Sundays. But I want to thank y'all for watching. And I hope to see you soon, and I hope to be back on schedule. Hopefully, I'll be back here smiling and giggling and laughing with all good news about that I'll get to stay. But I don't know. I know I'll probably get some comments about why can't you move your trailer, but it's too old. This trailer is about 40 years old, and it's too old, and no one will move it. It's not insurable, and no one will touch it with a 10-foot pole. So it's just things age so much, you know. But thank y'all for watching, and I will catch y'all again real soon. And as always, this is Cat Fan Comics Man, and I'll catch you on the flip. Over and out.